Hello. Today I have quite a few movies to talk about. One, have a trilogy, and then I have two, duology, I guess it's called. I don't know if it's the same for movies, if it is for books, but this is my movies I watched this week. Okay, so the first is the trilogy, the Maze Runner trilogy on Blu-ray. These movies, when you first saw them, I was like, oh, they were so fun, and I still like them, but I'm not as invested in it as I thought it would be anymore. But it's still fun. Dylan O'Brien is amazing. During the third film, he almost died. He had a lot of support for quite a while, and he almost died due to a stunt going wrong. And and then he kind of took a long break from acting to mentally and physically and everything else recover from that. And he's coming back. He has a movie coming out this year, which is exciting. And he's done other things since, but he's taking his time coming back into it, into everything. But yeah, I think he was a great choice for this movie. I think he was really good. Then I watched Nerve. This is one of my most watched movies I have, probably. I got this in 2018. I looked it up in my journal. And I watched it in January on Amazon Prime. The movie came out in 2016, but it came on to Amazon Video free with Prime January 2018, and I wasn't gonna watch it because I was like, this is probably really dumb because it's kind of hyped around this time. People are always talking about it, and then I decided to watch it on Amazon Video one day because oh whatever, I'll just watch it, and I bought it. I hadn't even finished it yet, and I bought it on the spot. I went to Amazon, and I bought the Blu-ray, as you can see, and and then it came in the mail, and then I watched it the day it came in the mail. I opened up the package, I took off all the plastic wrap, and I immediately put it in my Blu-ray player, and then I rewatched it every single month in 2018, and then I watched it a lot in 2019, and I watched it a few times last year, and then I rewatched it this week. But I probably have seen this film over I would have to be over 20 or 30 times already, and I just got obsessed with it, and I've seen it so much. Um, and it's not like a groundbreaking film or anything. It's nothing that special, but I don't know. I just think it's fun, and I recommend it. And then I watched Very Good Girls. This one was like Nerve to me for when I first got it. I watched it a lot. It had Dakota Fanning, it was with Olsen, Ellen Barkin, Richard Dreyfuss, and Demi Moore. But it's a very interesting story, I think. And I think the acting is really great from everybody. So, yes, it's a very underrated movie, but I highly recommend. And then yesterday I watched The Trouble with Angels, starring Haley Mills, Rosalind Russell, and June. Oh my god, June Harding. June Harding actually passed away 2019, I think. 18, one of those. And I didn't know until I looked her up one day, and I was like, oh my god. But yeah, this is such a fun film. They're Rachel and Mary are one of my all-time favorite film friendships. They were so much fun, and they were cute together. Like they had a cute little friendship and bond, and the first time I watched this movie, the ending made me cry because I was like, because their friendship was just so beautiful. So, yes, but then Okay. Where angels go, trouble follows. This one isn't the greatest. It's fun, but it's not like the first one's obviously better than this one. But the thing that bothers me is that, okay, spoiler alert, because in this movie she becomes a nun in the end, and she's not in the second one. So I don't know what the point of making her a nun was, if she wasn't going to continue doing the move, being in this. She wasn't going to be in this movie. I feel like that would have been a good continuation to see what she would be like as a nun, but it's not. Again, it's not bad. It's just not as good as the first one. And then I finished Pokemon, the first movie, like 5 minutes ago. I saw this in the theater when it first came out. There was like a special on TV. They had people perform, and like they were promoting this hardcore, and I watched that. I had it on VHS for a long time, and the special, I mean, and I rewatched it so many times. I love the soundtrack. It made me cry. I watched this. I just finished watching it, and the part where Ash almost died, like was like frozen or whatever. That part made me cry, like I did the first time I saw it. Like that scene will always make me cry. It's mostly because of Pikachu crying. Really, that makes me cry. But I love this movie. The thing is, though, is that this movie, the DVD, was actually very expensive. It's probably one of the most expensive movies that I have in my whole collection. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but it was a lot. It was a lot of money. And so this is my only second time watching it on DVD because I'm so nervous about scratching it or watching it too much and wearing it out because I don't want to have to replace it. And I'll go on Amazon and it'll be like super cheap. I haven't looked at up the movie in a while to see how it will be now, how much it costs now. But believe me, when I bought it, it was like out of print everywhere, and so like I had to pay a lot of money for it. Yeah, so those are all the movies that I watched this week. Let me get all the movies situated. No. Okay. There we go. Interesting mix here. Next week starts my Audrey Hepburn marathon. I forgot to do it last year, but I do every year except for last year. I do an Audrey Hepburn marathon leading up to her birthday. And so I have it all scheduled out. And then I have a Judy Garland marathon leading up to her birthday this year. And I've never done that before because she has 33 films. And I didn't know where they all were. And I have found them all and are stacked in front of my TV. And I have scheduled every movie of hers in the order that I plan on watching leading up to her birthday. So it's gonna be 33 movies, and it's literally the week I finish the Audrey marathon, and then the week after is I start Judy Garland's marathon, and yes, I have all 33 Judy Garland films, and I'm seeing them all. So now I'm gonna do a big marathon, and hopefully, because I did my Audrey movie ranking video, and I've been wanting to do a Judy Garland version of that, so I'll be able to do that after the Judy Garland marathon. Which is gonna actually be hard because there's one movie I'm not particularly fond of, but the rest of them I don't have an issue with. So I don't know how it's gonna work with like ranking all of them. But we'll see when we get there. But yeah, so that is all. Goodbye.